Welcome to Easy Eats with Chef Yves. My name is Chef Yves Deshane, and today we're here at the Greener Villages Learning Kitchen, along with Claudia Morales, owner of Claudia's Pupusas at 170 Main and the Northside's Creators Market. And today she's going to show us how to make pupusas. Welcome, Claudia.
Thank you, Yves. We are going to start making the dough for the pupusas.
Right on.
And we need corn flour. So we will make 2 cups.
2 cups, okay.
2 cups.
So while you're doing that, Claudia, tell me, what's a pupusa? And tell me a little bit about what a pupusa is, and while you're making it.
Pupusa is a street food from El Salvador.
Okay.
And you can find it anywhere in El Salvador. They are made of corn flour, and we kind of make a tortilla, stuffing in, and you grill them.
Perfect. So it kind of almost looks like a pancake. I've seen them at the market, so they're really tasty, and that's why we kind of wanted to get you on here to show you, to share with everyone in Fredericton about this delicious dish.
Thank you. So we have the 2 cups of flour here, and we will have 2 cups of water. So we will mix it.
And that's it, Claudia? Just corn flour and water?
That's it.
Wow.
So we will just make it. I usually use Masica. This is the first time
so it's a different
using
brand?
this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. This is like a corn flour that we use in Latin America.
All right, so I know this is a really simple dish, Claudia, but I know that you need specific ingredients. So the corn flour I got you today may not be the right one. So if we're looking for the corn flour to make your pupusas or something that you want, what type of corn flour are we looking for?
We made it out of corn flour, and the name is Masica.
Masica, okay.
Maseca. So that is more like a white flour.
Okay,
so,
you can get that. You can get that at the grocery store
yes,
here, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, very easily. Yeah, and like I said, that one is 2 parts, 2 flours and 2 waters.
So equal parts flour and water.
Exactly, but you can just feel it, and if it feels like Play-Doh.
If it feels like Play-Doh, then you're working. If it doesn't,
exactly. See. If you feel like it's too hard, just a little bit more of water will do it.
It's practice, is it? Yeah.
Yes, it's feeling,
And that's why you're using your bare hands, so you can feel that texture and stuff like that. No, that's fantastic.
So this is ready.
So just a quick knead, kind of bring it together.
Exactly, see?
Now, is this similar to, say, a tortilla that you would make? Say, I know you guys make quesadillas as well. Do you guys use the same dough?
The same dough.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yes,
So it's like multi-purpose.
Oh, yes. You can make tamales.
Okay, yeah.
You can make that quesadillas, the pupusas, the tortillas. It's a lot of dishes.
So, and because it's inexpensive, I'm sure that you guys eat a lot of these, not just because you make them, but because it saves the pennies, does it?
In El Salvador, it's more affordable.
Okay, yeah.
That is our diet, like corn and beans, right? So
perfect. Yeah, and exactly. Just like here at the Greener Village, we try to help people get the bigger bang for their buck. So basically making pupusas or tamales or things like that are definitely going to be able to save you a little bit of money.
Exactly.
Wonderful. So you say this is an El Salvadorian dish. Is it just in El Salvador, or is it across the...
in big cities, everyone knows about pupusas.
Okay.
Montreal, Toronto, California, of course. You know, I heard in Colombia, Argentina, in Spain, like all around the world, they know about pupusas.
Perfect. And you're from El Salvador?
I am from El Salvador.
When did you come to Canada?
I came to Canada 30 years ago.
30 years ago, wow. So this is fantastic. So so you started this off with your husband. And I know that you guys are a dynamic duo, so I know that you are in charge of that, and is Cesar more in charge? Does he like making the filling, or do you let him make the filling?
Oh, no, he has to do it.
Does he? Yeah.
He's the best.
Oh, is he? Perfect. No, that's fantastic.
So, yeah, I just try and check it out, and I like to eat it.
You like to, okay, perfect. Right on. We'll be right back with Easy Eats with Chef Yves, and after the break, we'll be joined by Claudia's husband, Cesar, to make the filling. Welcome back to Easy Eats with Chef Yves. I've got Cesar Morales, the other half of Claudia's pupusas, here to show us how to make the filling for those pupusas. How are you, Cesar?
I'm doing awesome. How are you, man?
Good, good. So let's get started.
Awesome.
What kind of filling are we putting in there today?
Well, today we have decided to do the black beans filling.
Okay.
And why? Because it's a lot of good protein on them, but it's also very, very popular with the vegan people.
Okay.
And the vegetarian people.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You guys have that kind of niche covered. Like
Well,
all the gluten-free folks in the
gluten-free,
market find
exactly.
you and stuff like that.
So,
Right on.
everything goes like like a domino type of thing.
Absolutely,
right? Gluten-free for the vegans and the vegetarian. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna chop our onions.
Okay.
Right? And then we're gonna saute them.
Yep.
You got to give them a little bit of that burn feeling.
So are you going to burn them or are we just going to caramelize them?
We'll caramelize it and burn them a little bit. You'll
Gotcha.
see. You'll see. Right?
Absolutely.
So here we go. You can do this in a food processor, right? We're gonna put a let's see, 3/4 of oil in that pan. We usually use canola oil.
Canola oil?
But
I
it
have
doesn't
that
it
as
doesn't
well.
matter. I mean, just for some people are allergic to some other class of oil.
Absolutely.
But canola oil, it seems to be like the best.
So is that enough oil in there, sir?
I think we probably can put another half cup on that.
Another little bit. So you want a fair amount of oil.
A fair amount of oil because the nature of the beans, they don't contain much oil, and you want them to be that consistency of a kind of Play-Doh when you are done with them.
I got you. Okay, yeah.
So otherwise, it's not going to work. The filling, it will be so runny, and you will not be able to contain it with the corn flour.
So Cesar, this looks a lot. Forgive my ignorance, but this looks a lot like refried beans that I used to make.
They are refried beans.
Is that exactly what it
That's
is?
what it is.
Perfect.
That's what it is. They are refried beans with a little of our spices, with a little touch of spices. And mind you, you can eat pupusas in El Salvador, and they might have their own family recipe. Right?
Okay, so it's
This
unique
is
to
ours,
every.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
This is Claudia's pupusas
Exactly.
secret. So you guys are
Exactly.
into
Exactly.
You're
So
giving
this
away
is-
some secrets today, are you?
Well, I mean, it's nice to contribute. I mean, if people want to make them. It's funny though. You can even have a party making pupusas. It was so fantastic. We used to have parties, and this is how we started. We used to have a party, and we have all the ingredients ready, right? And then we ask the people. We make a couple of them, and it looks so easy.
Well, yeah, they do look so easy when I watch you make them.
Exactly. And then when we ask the people to make their own pupusa, you'll see some really strange shapes in there, And it's awesome. People laugh, and then they have to eat what they created.
Well, absolutely. So, yeah, so what you're saying is you may be able to look at the recipe, but no one will make a pupusa like Claudia's pupusa. Yeah, no,
it might taste okay, but it may not look good.
It won't look good. Yeah, no, absolutely. That's great.
All right, so we're almost done here with the chopping.
Perfect. So, how did you and Claudia get together? Was it making food, or is
No.
there other kind of story behind this?
No, it's okay. Let's see how hot is that. Yeah,
Want to turn that
okay.
down?
Turn down a little bit.
Okay, so we're looking at what, about a medium heat or so?
Medium heat will do. Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, back to your question there. Yeah, no, we met at music school actually. So
And now you guys are making pupusas and sweet music together.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. So like I said before, you gotta kind of caramelize them, but it has to be that little burn. It gives you that smoky flavor.
Okay, so you couldn't just add liquid smoke or anything like that. You don't want to cheat,
I guess
right?
you could, but
Okay.
I mean, under my standards, I don't know.
Well, that's why I did. That's why I didn't bring up the fact that if you wanted to cheat a little bit, you could get a can of refried beans and kind of do that too.
You know,
right?
absolutely, you could. I had never tried that, but you could. And who knows? I mean, talking about the prices of the material right now,
You're right.
they're all going up seriously, and we were thinking we're probably going to have to boil our own beans. It'd be cheaper.
Cheaper to go through a dry bean, yes.
A dry bean, exactly. More time consuming, more labor consuming, perhaps, but You have to do what you have to do.
Well, that's it, and coming back to that, and that's what it is with small businesses, is the margins are really tight, right?
Absolutely.
So you have
right
to
now.
really look for the best way to, best bang for your buck. And
Exactly.
again, you guys are busy too. This is, like me, when I work at the market, this might just be a kind of a sideline, so you don't have all the time in the world to do it, can't do you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it started like, a little part-time, nice entrepreneur, but now it started getting like it's a almost full-time job. And for that matter too, you have to start thinking, well, where can I get my ingredients at the best cost?
Well, that's it. Once you, and it shows. You guys have a lineup every time we go into the market, which is fantastic.
Thank you.
And it's a really good product. I'm telling you, my first visit to the market, when I was right across from you guys almost, I was like, and I could just smell them as I came in. So they're fantastic.
Thank you. Well, Claudia and I, we take pride on what we do. And because, too, it's a food that represents El Salvador. There has been rumors that other neighboring countries have tried to claim that pupusas are from their countries. And, of course, no, we say no, pupusas are from El Salvador.
Are from El Salvador?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
They are all over the place now, though. I mean, they're in California, Vancouver, and, of course, now they're here in Fredericton.
Well, absolutely. Well, they're popular, and any kind of street food that's popular will definitely make its headway. And we're glad that we have the one and only, the authentic pupuseria at the Northside Market, which
Thank
is
you very much.
fantastic.
Thank you very much. I mean, like I said, we have different varieties. This one here is the most constant, I can tell, in terms of the recipe, because we buy the beans in the can, so we know
Gotcha.
exactly. And that would be the most constant one, right? Then the pork one, sometimes you buy a bigger pork shoulder, and then you have to kind of go by the touch,
exactly.
with all the ingredients and stuff. But this one here is the most constant. I think that we have enough garlic. We don't want to overwhelm you with
Perfect.
the
So
garlic.
how much garlic are we putting in there?
Usually for a big recipe is 30 grams of garlic.
Right on. So
Right.
how many pupusas is this going to make us?
This one here, good question. I think will be around the 12 to 15 pupusas.
Okay, well, that's perfect. So, and pupusas, are they just good hot? Can you freeze them?
Well, you can freeze them. You can freeze them and then thaw them out, and you can put them in the microwave for a minute or so, or you can put them in the oven, which will take longer, but it will be a bit crispier. But you're right. The best stuff is to get them fresh.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But again, when we were talking about pinching our pennies, saving a little bit of money.
Absolutely.
And again, everyone's really, really busy. So if you wanted to, say, have a pupusa for breakfast, could you do?
Absolutely.
You just toss one in the microwave or in the oven, and it's ready for you to go.
Absolutely, you can. Yeah, and they last. They have a good freezing life. Like you can put them there 15 days, no problem at all. See that little brownish there?
Yeah, is that
that's
what
what
we're
we're looking a little bit more.
Okay.
To my taste, a little bit more. And of course, when you caramelize that onion, it becomes a little bit more sweeter.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah.
And that's great too, because you think, oh, this has sugar in it. Maybe but it's natural sugar from the.
It's sugar from the fruit.
From the fruit, exactly, from the onion.
So I noticed that you didn't put your garlic in at the same time as your onions.
No, because the garlic's going to go raw with the beans.
Gotcha.
In the blender. Right?
Okay. And is there a reason why it's raw? Is it because it's a different flavor?
It will give you a stronger flavor,
Okay.
And the thing is, this is just half of what you got to do.
Yeah.
Now we got to process or blend all beans. Everything's going to be in the food processor.
So there's definitely a step to it. And again, we had mentioned that in other episodes with other people that you're building your flavor. So that's exactly what you're doing right now.
Absolutely. I like to work that way. Although recipes are awesome, but remember, sometimes your pepper is not fresh, your garlic powder is not fresh, and you put you sometimes think, well, it's not tasty as it was the other time. Maybe it's because of that. All right. So if you were start building and going, put what the recipe tells you, But then you try it, and they said, "Oh no, I think it needs a little bit more," and then you go from there. Yeah.
That's exactly. I had a chef that used to tell me that you taste 10 times before you get the perfect
Absolutely
flavor. So
I think so.
In this,
Yeah.
in essence, is always taste and look.
It goes by the look too. If it looks nice, chances are it tastes nice.
Yeah, no, perfect. No, yeah, well, I agree.
Our onion is pretty much ready.
So we'll be back to blend all of these things together right after this break. Welcome back to Easy Eats with Chef Yves. Joining me again are Claudia and Cesar from Claudia's Pupusas. And today we're going to finish up the pupusas.
So we're going to need our fry pan back.
No problem. Are we turning that back on?
Medium again.
Medium heat? Okay, perfect.
Medium heat will
So
work
we
for-
pulse it and then we put it back on the heat.
Yes.
Okay, and is that to take some of the water out?
No, we just going to,
Actually,
this is our
one.
mix, and then we're going to finish with the rest of the beans and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you blend it in 2 stages.
Anyhow, so here we go again. We're going to put the rest of the beans and the rest of the garlic in. Thank you, Claudia.
So I noticed that you guys were using some of the aquafaba from the beans, but we're not using it all. So.
No, and it's because I'll tell you, it will take you forever to fry them. If they're too wet, it will take you forever.
We're using black beans for this recipe, but can I use a different bean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You can use any kind of bean.
Traditionally, is black beans or red beans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any kind will do.
Well, that's fantastic. So what got you guys started making pupusas? Was it just something that you said, why not give it a chance, or?
Oh, like we mentioned it before, we used to have parties at our place, with music and pupusas. And a couple of friends suggested, said, you should be selling this stuff. Absolutely gorgeous. And we were like, well, I got my day job. She got their day job. And then we decided, well,
Yeah.
okay, let's give it a try. And it was like, about 2-3 years ago, on one of
Yeah.
the multicultural festivals, that we went and said, hey, let's do them. We started selling them for 3 days, and we sold out.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's also too because it has a history on that too. A lot of people know them. You'd be surprised. We have some of our clients that they ate pupusa the first time in Texas. Sometimes, and they go, "Oh, I just miss this food. I thought I never had this food." People from Ontario, they go, "Oh, I used to take my kids every Sunday to the market to get this food, and I thought I'd never see it again." I'm so surprised to see them here.
The best story that I remember from the market was that young lady who was the vendor who had come in.
Oh,
and
from
she had-
Venezuela.
From Venezuela,
Oh,
and you brought her back home, and I think that was the nicest thing I'd seen in a
my-
long time.
I hear ya. I almost cried myself
Yeah.
too. Because when you are from away, and then you taste something that reminds you home, your parents, because absolutely. This
Low.
this person hasn't seen their parents for 6 years, and they remember the time for eating tamales and hallacas in Venezuela. She goes, "Oh my God, this really brings me back home."
And tears of joy, of course.
Yeah,
came
no,
down.
Absolutely,
yeah.
And that's what it is. Is food is memory, food is family,
Absolutely.
and yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
All right, I think we're
They're
ready.
ready.
See, this one here is a little bit more runny, but that's fine. That's fine. And you see how generous it is now?
Yeah.
But wait, when we fry them, they'll
Well,
shrink
yeah,
up again.
it'll shrink up again. No, absolutely. So we're taking some of the water out, and we're just kind of bringing the beans back together.
Yeah, and I will put a little bit more oil on that. for
Yes.
now.
A little oil.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So what were we looking for? Maybe a tablespoon or two? Or
No, probably half cup.
Just say when.
Yeah. There you go, buddy.
Perfect.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
I
you.
would take that.
No, you're absolutely right. This is this is an ordeal. If you're doing this at home, how long would that take?
From start to the end, I roughly put like 5 hours or so. It's because we cook a large quantity.
Okay.
And 450 will work, and check them every half hour. every half hour or so, take them out, stir them, put it back in there, and you'll find there is a consistency. When they're ready, you can almost paint with them. That's what I tell Claudia. No, they're not painting yet. Why? What does it mean? Yeah, you can. It's a little bit more moldable. You can see right now.
Kind of runny.
Okay, so we have come to the point that now we're gonna put oregano.
Okay.
Why oregano? Because it tastes good.
Is there a difference between this Italian oregano that we're using and the South American oregano that you guys would be using?
It has to be not the sweet oregano.
Okay.
But any other sweet oregano will do.
Okay.
All right. And then we're gonna put another tablespoon of pepper. Yeah. Claudia, would you do it?
All right.
So a tablespoon, eh? So
Yeah,
we're
tablespoon.
going to heavily season this.
Yeah.
Well, I guess with
Tablespoon.
beans, they absorb a lot of flavor and they're a little flat, so you want to kind of make that shine a little
You'll
bit.
see. You might think, I mean, if you try them like that, it may not work. You might think, this is too heavy. But remember, this is the filling for the corn flour.
Yes.
And the corn flour has nothing in it, not even salt.
Well, no,
And
I
then-
noticed it was a 2-ingredient process: water and your
That's
flour.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. You put
So
So
We'll
over
do
season
two,
your
yeah.
mixture in order to get the. Okay, cool. That's a good tip to have.
Yeah. And we're done with our seasoning for the beans, right?
Right on. So that will just kind of cook down for about 4 hours or so.
Yeah, this one here probably around 2
2
hours
hours,
because
yes.
this is a smaller quantity.
Can you freeze this? So say if you wanted to kind of have that ready to eat pupusa,
You
but
could
you
freeze
want to
them.
freeze the dough and then freeze that and then kind of have that.
The dough might be a little
No,
bit
yeah.
different though.
The dough you can't
Yeah.
freeze.
But
eh?
the ingredients you could. The dough it changed their consistency after
texture
the
can
texture, yes.
change.
But it
After
is
you-
so
you
easy
freeze
though
it.
to make, right?
exactly.
yeah.
Just water. Yeah.
It because the water, yeah.
Yeah.
It changed their
Yeah.
texture, yeah.
Okay, so now that we've got our filling made and we've got our dough made, how do we put those pupusas together, guys?
So
Right.
we have
About
like
85
eight-
grams
yeah,
or so.
See, and it's all nice and soft. So I can
Okay,
give
I'll
it to
have the
him.
honor, okay.
Yeah. And I'm going to prepare the filling.
Right?
So that
Just
would
remember
be
those. Okay,
Yeah.
now we got a little bit of water.
I noticed you put that on the palm of your hand like
yeah,
that.
so that the dough doesn't become sticky on my palms, although usually it does.
So the oil in the water, so you're just kind
Yeah.
of, and that's just to lubricate your hands.
Exactly. We put the fill in, right? Give it a
Oh.
little punch so it just make it nice and flat.
Yeah.
And then you close your little, it's almost like a little basket that you have closed in there, right? And then you start the process of flattening it.
But that he does make that look super, super easy, doesn't he?
So here I am. I got the pupusa ready, all filled in. You can see a little bit of the beans through it. And next step, just go and dump it on the grill, nice and hot, right?
A nice hot grill.
Nice hot grill. So I'm gonna make another one. Or Claudia
I
gonna
think
make
you're
another one.
all right.
And Yves is gonna make another one.
Oh, fun! I get to make one too.
Okay, Eve.
Here
Oh,
we
here,
go.
here. You gotta get your oil in.
My oil and my water,
Yes, sir.
and you guys are gonna watch me
Go for it.
fail miserably.
No, 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 no.
That's for
It's a learning process.
But that's okay. Look at, see, you guys have got this.
It's okay, man. It's okay.
But
Well,
we're getting there. We're getting there.
you get in there. Yes, yes.
So I think I might be ready to stuff. It won't be as pretty as yours.
No,
That is for
but it'll be
sure.
tasty. Oh,
Well, that's
it'll
it,
be
eh?
tasty.
As long as it's flat and tasty.
and
It's
tasty.
tasty.
Well, here you go, guys.
Woohoo,
Oh, look at that.
How
there
did
we
mine
go.
turn out?
Yeah.
So how long do we put them? How long do we cook them per
I'll
side?
say probably around 2 to 3 minutes from every side.
Thank you so much for joining us again on Easy Eats with Chef Yves. We'll see you again next time.